channel SAP with Soundarya. So today we are going to deal with one of the regular or one of the most seen support situation when comes into your organization during Ramadan is updating the work schedule changes. So mostly during Ramadan in UAE or the other Middle East companies, the employers want to update the working hours of the employees. So usually it gets reduced by 2 hours. So from 8, it gets reduced to 6. And the support people have to manually update the records. So how do we do it in success factors? So the outcome which we want should look like work schedule assigned as Ramadan work schedule, whatever we have created. So to achieve that, first we go to manage time off structures. Here, we'll have to create the new work schedule. So if you go to create new and work schedule, you'll be able to create a new work schedule as per your requirement for Ramadan. So I've just created one which I'll show you here. Yeah, so this is the first step where you can mention, you can give the external name, the starting date, the region, which is most important thing. Model is period. You can give average hours per day is 6 and per week it is 30. Then time recording variant, which is again an important factor for work schedule because it should match the recording variant of the employees which you're going to update. Next is about the work schedule for the week. So I have day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have first 5 days as planned hours and the other two as non-working days. We have to also update the timings, the start and end date. So let me show it to you from here. We go to details and we can add here, let's say 8 in the morning till 3 p.m. Don't forget to save. After that, so this is basically the first step, which is the work schedule creation. The next step is about assigning this work schedule to the employees. Now, for that, we have two ways to do it. Let me show you the first way, which is manage mass changes. Here, we have to update the criteria and then directly the changes would be done in the work schedule on the mass basis to all of the employees which are there in the selected criteria. So if you see here, I have assigned the mass change name as Ramadan time, the employee group. So here you define who are there in the group. I have just directly selected country or region and UAE. In UAE, there were around 36 people. But in your organization, you may apply it to a particular role or directly to the user if you want, or to the title. It depends on your use case in the company. But this is how you're going to add the employee group. You will add the effective date and then you will give the condition. So, for example, in the job information model workshop schedule, we will be setting as Ramadan work schedule 2026. And when it is done, the event reason will be data change. Again, this will vary from organization to organization. Few of them would have the work schedule change as a event reason, but the generic one is the data change. So you can check accordingly what does your organization maintain and you can select it here. So once this is created, the mass change program is run in the backend, and then you can see here the log of it. So here it says that for one of the employee out of 36 there was an error, maybe there's an issue in the data, but apart from that it was successfully run for the other 35 employees. So this is the first way of doing it. Now let me show it to you the second way. For the second way, first we have to export the employees data. So we'll employ data. So we'll go to export employee and then we will export the user file. We will get a file something like this where we will have all the user ID, first name, last name, job code, division, location, all the details basically here, as you can see. Next, after getting this, we have to go to import employee data. Once you go here, go to download template, select job information, select the country. So I just want it for UAE, for example, and then you can select the fields. Let's say I want work schedule, time recording variant, then I want standard weekly hours, I want holiday calendar. Yeah, I don't want business unit, then I can delete it from here. Yes, but the main important are these ones which I am selecting. These are the bare minimum which we require in the sheet. So you can then click on generate template and then you can get the template downloaded in the system. So this is how my template is looking after the download from the system. Here you have to give the event date, which is June 8th, 2026. This is the date, just as an example, which is the current date. And then I have given the user ID. User ID, you get it from the export which you have taken. So this is my employee whose user ID is 8. Then I have mentioned the company ID, which is 3310, the event reason. So it is data change in my case. It could be workflow, work schedule change, or something else, whatever is there for your organization. Then the location, the standard weekly hours set in your new work schedule of Ramadan, the time recording variant, the work schedule which you have created. So this is the work schedule external code. Now the holiday calendar. So this is how you fill in the entry. And then similarly, you will do it for all the other employees, which you have to do for the UAE region or Saudi region or to whoever you are focusing on. The advantage here from the mask changes that you can simultaneously add the entry for when you want to change and come back to the regular one. So post Ramadan, you want to come back to the previous or the main work schedule which was already assigned to the employee. So what you can do is, as you see here, it is 8th June, but then I've added a new entry which is 1st of July. So it says that effective from 1st of July, the regular work schedule would be assigned to the employee again. And similarly, you will have to fill in all the details as well. You can do it for all the employees at the same time so that on 1st of July or when the Ramadan is getting over in your scenario, you will not have to come and again do it manually. But when you're doing it through mass changes, you'll have to come back and run the mass change again in the similar way to your employees. You'll have to create a new one from here. So this is the difference in both of the ways, and both of the way are acceptable. But the best practice, according to me, is this one so that you don't miss out when the Ramadan gets over. Let me know if you have any concerns. Thank you.